Hello, this is Regdrin.
And this is the other guy.
And we are playing Urban Chaos Riot Response. Not that other Urban Chaos.
Yeah, we're playing the good one.
I wonder why they didn't make any more.
I don't know, there's a pretty big...
This is Channel 7 News.
This is Lanny York reporting for Channel 7 News. In our top story, a massive gang attack in the downtown area has killed police and civilians. T-Zero's finest, Nick Mason, was on the scene to take control of the situation. Channel 7 reporters Sally Taylor and Bruce Burlow were among those kidnapped by the gang leaders. They were saved by T-Zero during an intense shootout. They are reportedly safe, but obviously shaken. Also, evidence discovered from the Burners attack confirms that T-Zero commander Adam Wolf has been kidnapped by the gang. No demands have been received by police. We'll bring you more on this story as it happens. Channel 7 now brings you this special report on the development of the gangs. More than 9 months ago, the first gang members appeared, masked and armed with basic weapons. They burned and murdered their way through the city in an unorganized manner. Soon after, the gangs graduated to heavy firearms and their attacks more focused and powerful. Well, now there are reports that the gangs have armed themselves with military-grade weapons and armor. Well, Channel 7 has just received confirmation that the Burners have claimed responsibility for the kidnap of T-Zero commander Adam Wolf. They're holding him in a skyscraper in Midtown. No demands have been made. However, initial reports suggest the gangs may be setting a trap to bait T-Zero. They're en route as we speak. Channel 7, first for news in your city.
Oh, thanks for giving us away, News.
Are you a bad enough dude to rescue Adam Wolf?
Yeah, so as I was saying, there's a pretty big gap between this and Arkham Asylum.
Yeah. Wonder what they had planned. So we're starting with one of my, not favoritist sequences in the game. Not that part, I don't care about that. Yep. It's a helicopter sequence.
Yeah, looks like we got a new one.
Our intelligence tells us that Wolf is being held here.
Okay, this is especially nasty because the gangs have acquired a significant upgrade in firepower.
Yeah, it's especially relevant here because, well, they have assault rifles and they're a lot more accurate than the shotguns we had to deal with last time we were on a helicopter. Now, fighting them on foot is a different story, but in this sequence where you can't move or block, well, it helps a lot to know where everything is going to happen beforehand. Not that it's untrue anywhere else in the game, but it makes more of a difference here. Now, my favorite instance of pilot tactics comes here. So there's some guys down there. Let's go just right in the middle of them, like that.
This is why we lost the last helicopter.
On the other hand, I can't say the Burners are much better considering the way they grouped around that explosive container. And this moment here. So I'm not actually aiming to the right here. What happens is that guy is running to the left and the helicopter is turning to the right, which makes the shot a bit tougher.
Hey, there's a paramedic.
Yep. How'd you get there ahead of me?
Yeah.
I mean, we couldn't land until we cleared the roof.
We believe construction workers are being held inside.
Yeah, very important to deal with that guy first.
Yep. Who else is shooting?
Oh, there's some guys with machine guns who just jump in a couple of times.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you have another police officer. That's what it was.
Oh, that too. I'm sorry, I thought you were talking about shooting at me, but that happens just all the time, doesn't it? Also, there are a few things in this mission that kind of made me wish that I could switch sides. Not that the enemies were hard. In fact, I'll describe that right now. So, these guys with rifles, they are more accurate. However, they fire in more predictable bursts, so you can shoot between them. And also, they take much longer to reload than the machine gun guys, which, personally... Well, I'm supposed to turn around and unlock the gate behind me, but I think there's a better thing for me to do first.
Clear out all the bad guys?
Yeah, clear out at least those couple of bad guys ahead of me.
Okay, this is the gang assault rifle.
Yep. It is not a bad assault rifle. I actually like it for a couple of reasons. First of all, when you're zooming in... Oh, well... First of all...
Smock.
Let's use some smoke for a change. It didn't work out perfectly, however, it means I'm getting shot at by fewer people at once. Like, I definitely would have gotten shot if I had turned around and killed that guy who rushed me beforehand, if I hadn't dropped the smoke. However, this is just kind of a difficult sequence overall. Especially because even if the smoke stops them from getting a lot enough sight on me, they'll throw bombs at the other guy.
Right. So, why do you like this gun?
Well, it doesn't have an optical scope, and those things are kind of bad because the effect when you zoom in with one of them makes things harder to see. And it doesn't have that double zoom-in thing that the police assault rifle does after upgrading.
Yeah, by the way, the gang assault rifle is based on the... Oh, you blew up that... What'd you blow up that did unauthorized force?
Oh, there's a hostage down there, but I'm throwing down riot grenades, so it's all fine. They're non-lethal particles.
Oh, stingers are really nasty.
Yeah, although I think that they're more like flashbangs with the visual effect that the game gives them.
Yep. So,
And I have a bit of a story about how the conversion or use of flashbangs by the police after the military used them for a while, at least I think that was the order,
yeah.
it took some getting used to, especially some of the legal implications. Oh, this is what happens when smoke is deployed well. Those guys will just stand there. Yeah. It has a really big effect on a battle. Anyway, so I'll give you an example of when this was the case. It happened in Corpus Christi, Texas. I think it was 2015. It involved a no-knock raid against a drug dealer. That was the idea. They had enough precision to go to the right address, at least.
Right.
But not enough precision to get intel and make sure that the guy they were looking for was at home at the time of the raid.
Oh.
There was, however, someone else at the residence, his uncle. And there'd been some gang fighting recently, so the guy was twitchy, which was especially a problem because before going in, they threw a flashbang. And having a grenade thrown into their house kind of set him off. He shot 3 police officers, not fatally, thankfully. But strangely, they didn't, despite being shot, the officers didn't fear for their lives enough to shoot back. They captured him alive, and this is a pretty difficult sequence. If you don't go behind cover right away, you're going to be attacked from multiple directions. And because I want to get rid of these guys so fast, I used the shotgun for once. Anyway, so the guy was caught, roughed up, and brought on trial. It's a capital offense to shoot police officers, after all.
Yeah.
They were minor injuries, but still, shooting police. And he was found not guilty. And the reason is not because he didn't shoot the police officers. He did. but because you can't reasonably expect someone who is just hit by a flashbang to hear police officers identify themselves as police or to see them very clearly.
Or exercise purely rational judgment.
That too. My favorite quote regarding that trial was from one of the jurors, which is, "I believe the distraction device distracted him from hearing the officers," which I think is about as savage as you can get while court is in session.
Mm-hmm.
So, story time over. This level, I actually had to give it some practice and find solutions to certain situations. They especially like to give me trouble right when I take an elevator up, but in general, knowing when they're going to shoot from above is really helpful.
Oh yeah, that whole news guy giving away your the fact that you were on the way.
Yeah?
That actually reminds me of something in SWAT 4.
Yeah, I think that's a reference to a real-life event, too, but go ahead with the SWAT 4 stuff.
Basically, you're in one of the missions, your team is going in to rescue a South Korean diplomat from unidentified but very obviously, like, special ops paramilitary types.
Yeah?
And when you're in the lobby, the TV news goes on and is, yes, SWAT have just entered the building.
Yep. Which is exactly the sort of publicity that SWAT teams want in a surprise raid.
Oh yeah, SWAT teams are all about surprise. They'll sometimes just call a thing off if they don't have it.
Yeah, it makes me wonder why they went through with it in that video game mission.
Well, it was a video game.
Okay, to make things interesting.
And besides, they were already inside when they were given away.
Oh, well, yes, I guess that would have an effect on it too. Also, that bomb thrower, I have to deal with him now because if I try and go under him, he'll just throw bombs down even if there's obstructions in the way and he shouldn't be able to see me.
Oh, that's a problem.
Yeah, it is. Also, I dare you to find that mask without a guide.
Oh my. Hold on. More guys with guns. Yeah, I think from now on, guys will almost will have gotten rid of cleavers and will only use like guns or power saws or whatever.
I think there's a couple of cleaver guys in the next mission, but that's it. But yeah, there's no clue that interacting with crates in any other mission could possibly benefit you.
By the way, the gang assault rifle is based on the Israeli Tavor, which is a gun that they do not export.
Wow, okay. I had no idea. Well, that was a little bit of suspense right there.
So, there's something real suspicious about these guys.
Yeah, just in case stuff like nerve gas wasn't suspicious enough.
Hey! Do you need medical assistance?
A little.
This should make you feel better. No problem. But remember, I've only got one more pack. I thought you might need patching up, so I had my care lift me up here.
This doesn't look like a place where you can land a helicopter.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Well, they managed it somehow.
Ooh, this is kind of a tricky spot. So, as you can see, I'm still a little bit of a novice at using smoke grenades. Unfortunately, while I would have loved it if it was better to just throw the smoke right in front of the enemy, it looks like just throwing some smoke and mostly standing in it is the way to get the best coverage out of it. These action movie video game guys aren't smart enough to just shoot into smoke.
Well, yeah, by the way, the missions only get harder from here.
Yeah, although I think that this mission is at least a little bit tougher than the one afterwards. Because there are a lot of places where you can get attacked from multiple directions if you're not careful.
You're low on arrests, by the way.
Yeah,
there aren't enough guys?
There aren't enough guys. I was only barely able to get the headshot thing, and they ask for a lot of arrests.
One more step and the old fucker gets it.
Hostage taker!
Well, yeah. We saw it coming at the start of the mission, but still.
Shoot the fucker, Mason. That's an order.
Oh, using the rifle.
Mason, get him.
Huh, no wonder all those shots were hitting my shield. I thought that they were just more accurate when they were taking hostages.
No, you were using the rifle against him.
Oh, yeah, right, that...
This guy has a machine pistol.
Okay, well, in that case, I'll go with my previous idea. But yeah, I'm using the compact assault rifle as much as I can in this mission because this is the compact rifle's debut, I think.
This is a long hostage situation, by the way.
Yeah, I think it's the longest one in the game.
Hey, all the masks.
Of course.
Mason, get him.
It's too bad that the whole compact thing doesn't really have any gameplay effect. Because it'd be interesting if it were a little faster to aim or something because of that.
Shoot the fucker, Mason. That's an order. Mason, get him.
I'm not entirely sure that the game engine even allows for that kind of difference, though.
Yeah, well, this isn't Rainbow Six.
It sure isn't.
This isn't SWAT 4. I don't mind it not being SWAT 4, though. SWAT 4 is a very specialized game.
It makes for some pretty fun stories, though. Also, I was certain that some enemies were going to spawn here, but I got surprised, or reverse surprised, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, one of the things about SWAT 4 is that it's by the people who gave you System Shock 2, and they won't hesitate to remind you of it now and again.
It'd be interesting if one of the Batman Arkham games had references to this.
Shoot the fucker, Mason.
Fun fact, at one point I made it up here with a good run, and then accidentally shot Wolf. It only takes one shot, and then you have to do the whole thing over. Also, yeah.
Thanks for the help. I knew I could.
So that one was less gruesome, but more personal.
Yep.
Get a lot safer around.
Sir, are you okay? Here, let me tend to your...
Hey, I have some wounds too.
Stop your fussing, woman. I'm fine. I want a full report on my desk by 7.
Well, she only has one left.
Oh, well, okay, fine.
And he's letting you have it. You got the gangsman.
Sally Taylor reporting live for Channel 7 at the site of an aggressive assault on the half-completed Forshaw Plaza. Details are sketchy at the moment, but it's believed that P0 had intelligence which indicated to them that Adam Wolf, who's been missing for some time and feared kidnapped, was being held here. They acted quickly, with, we believe, Nick Mason, leading an all-out assault on the structure using a controversial military-grade minigun. Witnesses describe seeing multiple explosions as T0's hero, Nick Mason, along with fellow police officers, carried out a search and rescue mission within the structure. At least one civilian and Adam Wolf are believed to have been rescued by Mason, and multiple gang members were killed or injured in the assault. At least one civilian and Adam Wolf are believed to have been rescued by Mason, and multiple gang members were killed or injured in the assault. At a press conference soon after, Adam Wolf told reporters, "We will win this war. These cowards may think they can get the upper hand, but read my lips. T0 is coming for you, and we will beat you." He was then whisked away by officials. Back to Lonnie in the studio.
Controversial minigun, you say?
I'm surprised I didn't notice it the first time I used it. Also, after rescuing the reporters, they gave us the new title of T-Zero Hero.
Wonderful. So I see you've got the manual there.
Yes, we just unlocked another special mission, and that means reading stuff from the manual.
I kind of wish there were more kinds of emergency missions.
You have unlocked Emergency, Thompson Street.
Yeah, I'd like to see some more variety as well, instead of just...
You have
Oh, that's a really good
T0
upgrade.
Assault armor.
There's no situation in which that upgrade is not useful. Anyway, yeah, maybe like disarming a bomb for once instead of letting it explode. That'd be nice.
You are gun the squad.
Fair enough. Well, but yes, we did in fact unlock a special mission, so time to break out the manual.
Yes, you are Sledgehammer.
You know, I like that comparison. If you haven't watched Sledgehammer, you should do it.
Mason, we have another emergency. The PDA that was found on the gang member contained enemy plans that a top-secret VIP, key to the city's success, is being held hostage in this location by gang members. Again, only T-Zero is able to respond, so you're going in solo. This is a secret mission. As usual, you have access to non-approved T-Zero prototype weaponry. Once completed, the weapon will be available for all other missions. Lock and load, Mason.
So what's the upgrade for this mission?
Shotgun.
Okay.
Well, let's do some definitely legit by-the-book law enforcement. Let's do some action movie law enforcement. And let's
be the Punisher.
Let's be the Punisher. So what do you want to hear about from the manual?
Oh, I don't know. Just pick something.
Well, let's try the Riot Shield since we use it a lot.
Oh, wonderful.
The T-Zero Riot Shield is made of high-impact resistance polycarbonate and is designed to protect T-Zero officers against handheld melee weapons and projectiles. It offers reasonable protection against flames and shrugs off most sidearm fire. Its use is crucial if you're going to stay alive in the face of this savage onslaught. Now, I like that they try to word it like it's a realistic thing, not an invulnerability force field, which is what it actually is. It also holds... the manual has two pictures of Riot Shields. One which is right off the factory, and one which is covered in damage from playing the game, and the caption is, "Most T-Zero shields look more like this after about 5 minutes in the war zone."
Oh, yeah.
They don't even say active duty, they say war zone. That being said, the manual actually describes everything you can do behind the shield, which is impressive since it's, well, an impressive list. It's important to remember that you can reload behind the shield, too. I actually sometimes forget that. Well, let's talk about other stuff. The description of the cleaver, since you mentioned it. The burners like to get, quote, in your face, unquote, as they spread a new brand of extremism on the streets. A meat cleaver might be the sort of implement you've only seen on a butcher's slab, but these freaks use them as casually as fly swatters. Why not give them a taste of their own medicine? I'll tell you why not.
You have the stun gun.
And pretty much any other weapon that would do a better job than the cleaver. Oh, and I feel like I've skipped a step because I didn't talk about the introduction to this whole section of the manual, weapons training. T-Zero's great strength is taking the fight to the gangs. Weapons, though unpopular among many civilians, are crucial for this task. Yeah.
Huh.
Now, Americans, especially Americans who play video games, seem to like weapons a lot, so I don't know. Or at least they have a certain allure. Also, that's the mask that I missed when I tried playing through this mission on my own.
Hey, you found a gang grenade launcher.
Yes, they introduced grenade launcher guys here as sort of a sneak preview. Grenade launcher guys are much more dangerous than the guy with the rocket launcher a few missions back because they will do the first-person shooter thing and aim at your feet.
Oh.
Yes. They will... If you block a grenade directly with your shield, you're fine, but whether intentional or by bad accuracy, they will often fire grenades to the side of you and hit a wall or the ground so that you don't actually block the explosion. Also, the grenade explosions kick up a lot of thermal breather-proof smoke, so shooting back isn't always easy.
Right, now you got him. Head for the roof.
The good news is, when you get a grenade launcher yourself, you can use it to fire smoke grenades.
Oh.
Also, unlike the mission we just went through, there's actually enough gang members to get all the medals in one go. I appreciate that. That's a grenade launcher guy, and yes, I took damage. So,
Yes.
did you go for all the medals when you were playing through?
Maybe.
It's been a while.
I think I did beat the game before I started getting real serious with the medal hunting, though.
Fair enough. Also, what kind of... Now, I've seen you play games, and playing through from start to finish is a pretty big compliment for the game. What kind of got you hooked on it?
The fact that this is absolutely insane.
You know what? I have to agree with you. I think that's the best quality of this game. If this game took itself in any way seriously, it would be much lesser for it.
Get me out of here.
And there's that mission. Let's see what T0 gives us for doing that. No newscast.
Yeah, although I think it would be fun to have a newscast after these secret missions. Quote-unquote secret missions.
No, they're special missions.
Well, the introduction said it was secret.
Nah. How secret can it be considering the noise you make?
I was... Yes, we are in complete agreement on that. We do not do stealth.
Okay, there's the thing from the mission.
Shotgun, Mark III.
Let's see if we get something more useful.
More shotgun ammo.
I think I'm out of things to say about that.
And for 100?
You have
That can
unlocked
actually
an
be
assault
useful if I
rifle
don't
damage
have time to
upgrade.
line up a headshot on someone.
Okay.
I would have loved the pistol Mark IV, but that's probably not going to happen.
Well, not yet anyway.
Yeah, that's at 130 medals.
Ooh.
Yeah. Well, I hope you enjoyed watching this.
Mm-hmm.
We will see you next time.
Yep. Bye.
Bye.